take a look at this tank right here. It is a complete mess. Maybe from a distance it doesn't look that messy, but if you look up close, you'll see that there's a whole bunch of algae growing on the plants and on the driftwood. Look at this, the Monte Carlo carpet. It's done really well. It's almost a full carpet, but you can see all this algae that's growing on top of it. If you guys know what algae that is, let me know in the comments down below. I have no clue what this algae is, and I don't like it. So today I'm going to be cleaning this tank up and also adding a few shrimp into this tank. Some Amano shrimp for sure, and maybe a few other types of shrimp or fish. I don't know, otocinclus maybe? I have no clue yet. I'm not sure. We'll see later on as we go. But take a look at this right here. This is the cord for my heater, and take a look. It is growing some algae. That is crazy. That looks so weird but so cool at the same time. If you look from the side, you can see the plants that I recently planted in are starting to grow. The Rotella rotundifolia is starting to show some orange, which is really cool and what I want. And then the Ludwigia super red is growing tall. And then the plant there, the Rotella Ceylon, the Rotella rotundifolia Ceylon, is also looking really nice. Look at this top view shot. This is, wow, I love this. I can't wait till the plants reach the surface. That would be really cool. And then the Rotella Nansea Nanjenshan, I have no idea how to say that. This one is taking quite long to grow, but it's also in like the shadiest spot of the tank. You can see it's right next to this driftwood and there's not much light coming in there, so I can understand why it's not growing as fast. I'm going to start by doing the regular maintenance routine, taking out as much algae as possible, doing water changes, cleaning the glass, and also cleaning the lily pipes and the hoses. Even though they're not that dirty, I still like to clean them just to, I don't know, keep them nice and clean. That's looking so much better than before. There's still a lot of algae on the plants that's impossible to remove manually, but you can see the glass is looking really clean, and now we just need to get some shrimp for this tank. One thing that sucks, I forgot to mention, is that the Laginandra that I planted back there 2 weeks ago has melted. You can see like there's almost nothing left. If you look from the top, you see that open patch of soil. That was all planted with Laginandra, and now there's like almost nothing left, so that really sucks. And I mentioned in that planting video that Laginandra wouldn't melt, and it melted, so I guess we'll just plant something else there. I'm going to take out the Amano shrimp that are currently in this tank and move them into my 60 centimeter aquascape aquarium. I don't really like having Amano shrimp in this tank because I find that they are eating my Vallisneria, like you can see one right here. I know they're eating the unhealthy leaves, they're not eating the healthy ones, which is totally alright, but I don't know. I'd rather prefer to have smaller Neocaridina shrimp in this tank in the future, so maybe I can add some of those next time. Here you can see the Vallisneria are really healthy. It's just the ones that I trimmed off in the past, you can see are getting eaten a little bit, so it's really no big issue. So I've got a group of 8 of them in here. Usually in a 60 centimeter tank like this, a 2-foot tank, I'd put around 20. But because I want to add a few more shrimp or fish in here in the future, I'm just going to keep it at 8 for now. And I've put a little net in there because Amano shrimp, or shrimp in general, they feel safer when they have something to grab onto. So in just a moment, you'll probably see like a bunch of them just start hanging onto that net. And I'm also drip acclimating them using my drip acclimation device thing that I made, and that is just because the water temperature is slightly different. This tank is slightly cooler than the ones in the garage fish room, so yeah, I just want to acclimate them. And all 8 of them are in this tank right now. Kind of hard to spot them, but here's one, and they are already getting to work. That is awesome. These Amano shrimp are probably the hardest working algae eaters out there for freshwater aquariums, and that is why I love them so much. I'll probably keep Amano shrimps in every single one of my aquariums, planted aquariums in the future. I think these shrimp are amazing. Look at the color on this guy. He's like completely blue in color. I don't know why, but that is cool. But yeah, Amano shrimp are probably the best algae eating shrimp out there. Maybe for algae on your glass or algae, green spot algae on the leaves of your plants, otocinclus will do a good job, but I really think that Amanos are the hardest working shrimp out there. That's just my opinion, by the way, but let me know what your favorite algae eater is in the comment section down below. Now I'm going to head to a nearby pet store and see if there's any other fish I can add to this tank. I do want to try otocinclus. I haven't kept them in a very, very long time, and if they do have autos, I would love to add some in here. So I'm here at the pet store. I just picked up my fish. They're right here. We'll see what they are in just a moment, but I also got something else, unrelated stuff, but I'll show you guys later. So let's bring these fish back home and we'll put them in the tank. So these are the fish that I got. Otocinclus catfish, and I have 4 of them right here. Quite pricey actually, well, I think. 880 yen for 4 of them. In US dollars, that would be about $8.40. I'm not sure if that's expensive for 4 otocinclus, but it's alright. Just hope that they'll do well in this tank. And they actually look quite healthy. They're quite large, so that's a good thing. But I really, really wanted at least 6 of them because they do better in a school. But they only had 4 left in their tank, so that's all. I didn't have a choice. Now I'm going to acclimate these fish and then we'll get them into this tank. So there it is, 4 otocinclus in this tank. They seem to be doing really well. I've already seen them moving around and eating a bit. Well, hopefully. I'm not sure if they're actually eating, but they do seem to be doing well. The Amano shrimp are also doing a good job. They're all hiding right now. I probably should add a few more. Here's one of the otocinclus moving around. Really, really nice. Yeah, they're really cool fish, and I hope that very soon the algae in this tank will be solved. I'm thinking it's hair algae. What do you guys think? That's hair algae, right? I've been keeping aquariums for quite a number of years and I'm still kind of unsure of my algae types, but I'm guessing this is mostly hair algae. I just haven't seen a bunch of algae out there yet. Like this is another type of algae I recently started seeing. And this algae here looks to be staghorn. I'm unsure, but I'm pretty sure this is staghorn algae. So I haven't seen that much algae around in my tanks, like hair algae. This thing has started recently showing up, staghorn, and blackbeard algae. Other stuff I haven't really seen. I've seen a little bit of cyanobacteria, but that's not really an algae, so. The best thing is to have no algae at all, but it's not as easy as it sounds, and this right here is not a very good example because to have no algae, you should have your tank balanced out, and this right here is not balanced. Just a few weeks ago, as you guys know, I added in a bunch of soil, and that leaches out a lot of nutrients and ammonia and stuff, and algae just happens to form. The only thing you can really do is just have patience, do regular maintenance once a week at least, and add in your algae eaters like the otocinclus, Amano shrimp, whatever algae eater you want, maybe snails as well. I do really like the Cleton corona snails that Green Aqua uses in their tanks. If I can ever find them, I will get them, but I've never seen them yet. So if you've got algae in your tank, Amano shrimp and otocinclus catfish are my go-to fish. They're the ones I recommend and probably will use in almost all my planted aquariums. And I believe in them so much because Takashi Amano, the aquascaping master, has been using these two fish in almost every single one of his aquascapes. Alright, so here's the other thing I got. I told you I'd show it to you later on, but check this out. My Endlicheris are right there. There's one of them in the front, and then the other one is hiding in this little PVC pipe that I put in for him. Right in there, if it'll focus. Yeah, look at them. The tank is a little bit dirty, but they've been growing slowly and eating really well. So this thing that I got is actually for them. And I am not a person who'd usually get stuff like this, but I saw this, it was a good price, and it looks cool. So look at this, this is a cave. So there it is. I think they will definitely use it because check this out, this guy is hiding right in his cave. That is the cutest thing I've ever seen. And his tail is actually sticking out a little bit, if you can see right here. Yeah, the bulbitis is in the way. And then the other guy likes to hide next to the aquarium co-op sponge filter, so I definitely want to give them more hiding spots. Near in the future, I hope to escape the bichers' tanks by putting some substrate, some driftwood, some rocks, but not too dangerous because obviously I don't want them to hurt themselves. So I hope you're looking forward to that as much as I am. As always, I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did like Squad, be sure to hit that thumbs up button, and I will see you next time.